way or stuff, just to give
Okay,
a little move.
yeah, but
Don't feel constricted. Yeah.
I got it. I mean, I'm not gonna be like.
Well, I mean, but look, you and I both, you in particular, you do that dancing around move more than I do when talking. You do, right? I mean, you do a lot of gesticulation, Brian, is what I'm saying.
I try.
You gesticulate all over the place.
Yeah, I make a mess everywhere.
Because that is one of those words that sort of doesn't sound like what it means, right?
Like, wow, what did I just do?
Right.
Gesticulated.
Oh man, there I go again. I gesticulated wildly. Isn't it? It's weird like that, right?
Is it inappropriate to gesticulate?
I bet you if you asked that question to the average person, they do that like man on the street thing. I bet you if you did that, you would catch enough people that would.
Do you gesticulate?
How often do you gesticulate?
Are you a chronic gesticulator?
Yes. It's perfect. Hello and welcome to Dysfunctional Dialogue. I'm John McParland, and I got with me here Brian Smith. We're hanging out, having a good time in our studio satellite location. We got the
parts unknown.
Yes, get the birds jamming in the background, singing some songs for us. Listen to them go. It's the perfect time to do it because it's getting a little later in the day, and they get a little more active.
Mm-hmm.
When it's getting closer to sunset, they're telling their kids to, come on home to bed. Streetlights are going to be going on.
Do baby birds actually go back to their mom and dad's nest? I don't think so.
Maybe
usually
they don't.
Nest is just a temporary place.
Brian, you're already asking brilliant questions.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
They probably
when do
don't.
You see like a mama and daddy bird.
No, once they fly.
With a couple in the nest. You don't.
Did you just say a couple in the nuts?
The nest.
I'm pretty sure I'll be able.
Couple in the
I'm
nuts.
going to play that over and
that
over.
Hurts.
Wait, what was that?
That could hurt.
Yeah.
Couple in the nuts.
Taking a couple in the nuts. Yeah. Just one would hurt,
Well, it depends. If you like that stuff or not.
Oh man. Brian.
Okay, are you recording now?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay. I know you. I didn't know if you turned it on or off.
So I turned it on and now we're recording. Yeah. So I have some questions, some very, very important questions, Brian. All right. So right off the bat, would you flip a coin if one side meant you win $1 billion, but the other side meant you already said yes already. So the answer is
I said I would flip a coin.
Yeah.
For what? Yeah, I will. But
you need more details.
Just the way it's going
to be. Just the way it's going to be the whole time here. Would you flip a coin if one side meant you win $1 billion, but the other side meant you grow a second head that always argues with you?
I don't think either option is bad.
Wait, so you're saying that you don't get $1 billion? You
don't get $1 billion, and you continue to live your life, and then you got somebody that will constantly argue with you.
Yeah, right here. Just hey, no, it's wrong. That's wrong.
Some of us have been subjected to that through decisions in our life, and kind of severed the head.
And I was gonna say, was that pleasurable? Right?
But it's also it keeps you company. Like when you're sleeping and you're not saying it.
It's just there talking. Are you sleeping? I don't agree with this sleeping. I don't agree.
It argues with you about everything. So you say good morning. It says, no, it's not a good morning. Why are we up this early?
Yeah, that's kind of the point. So
so as long as you were speaking, it will argue with you.
Well, not necessarily. You may have left off with an argument. It may have gone on for the next 8 hours, still trying to prove its point.
And what? And
you're
then
still you're sleeping, and it's still trying to prove its point. So you're trying to sleep, and it's just arguing
out the internet saying, "Need more information." We will find more arguments.
Always argues with you is the question. Always.
But if you don't say anything, I can't argue with you.
So you would never say anything. So let me ask you something.
Well, that's not the question. I didn't say I would never say anything.
You would have to go into it. I love this.
I'm just trying to understand.
This guy. Wait, always the argument.
Why?
always oh god. Why? So, in college, one of the many nicknames he had was Q-Man because always with the questions, and he was right in one way, he's like, "Well, you can't have a conversation without a question." And, of course, we tried to do it, failed pretty miserably. It's
It
that's
is a
a
good day.
Did I get you a hat? No, it's not. Did I get you a hat with a Q on
No.
it? A Q
Oh,
Man?
yeah,
I
yeah,
did, it was like Q-Man on it, right?
yeah. I don't know where that is.
No,
I
I'd
don't
imagine.
know. It's somewhere in a
I'd
box
imagine.
somewhere, I'm sure, in my garage.
Knowing you, it is in your right, and you know what's gonna happen with that box, right? It's gonna sit there, it's gonna rot. You always thought that you'd pull it out at some point, whatever.
I'm gonna put this over my head. Like, well,
No, it's just gonna be in a dumpster.
I'm gonna go put this over to my headboard, and everyone will accept that.
You're right. No, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna croak and it's gonna be in the dumpster. All those treasured,
And
wonderful memories.
I gotta throw them away, so it's their work, their job. No, you gotta dig through it and find something you like,
Well, there's something to be said for that. You go through it, you pull out like a handful of things, and you put it in a nice glass case.
or cage, whatever.
depending depending on what it is, you might want to cage it, cloak it, just anything to make sure that
Burn it.
put it in a Faraday cage so it can't.
I'm sure you have stuff that you probably don't know you have, and you
Oh yeah,
probably dread ever if somebody else went through your stuff.
I don't know if I have
Like
anything like
anything
that.
that'd be just kinda like, well, I guess after you're dead, it don't matter to me, but, uh, there's something in there like, "Oh god, I if my kids were ever to find me writing this or a picture of this," like,
I think my kids would be pretty prepared whenever I might have there.
well, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess I mean, but it'd be like, "Oh, you never talked about this." But I
I don't know.
I'll give you an example.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom's house, my I was going through my dad's work desk,
Uh-huh.
and he's got stuff in there that I found 2, like, spirally index card photo books you used to be able to buy.
Yeah, sure.
You know, the index
Of course.
side with a
Right.
picture on it and a
Yeah,
spiral on
four
it,
by sixes, and you just flip them,
and there's just pictures with nobody's names anywhere on these pictures.
and you have no idea who they are.
They're guys that my
Yes.
dad worked with.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at them like cop, cop, cop,
Right, I'm
detective,
sure.
cop, and
Right.
just over and over
Right.
again. As like, you know what I mean? You can just tell.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It'd be cool to
I
know who they were. That's a shame.
and they're probably half of them are probably dead.
Yeah, but still, it'd be pretty
You
cool
know,
to know the family names and stuff.
felt like saying to my mom, I was like, Mom, who are these people? She might know a
Yeah, a
couple.
handful of them or something, as percentage.
Yeah, it was funny because you just look because they were like not at work, they were like at some function, and having fun. But
Alright, so, yeah, all your stuff will be thrown out, you'll be forgotten. That's what I'm
no,
trying to get. You'll be forgotten. Actually, the reverberation that you have left on this planet, Brian, you got you got us a good reverberation. The echoes of Brian.
the sounds of Brian, the life of Brian.
Alright, Brian, I know I have another question for you. You know what I have? Do you remember
Well, I never really answered your
you
question.
didn't really answer my question,
I don't know
Brian.
how we got off the topic
Yes,
without
yeah,
letting
go
me
figure.
let's
Go
face
figure
it,
how we get
hey,
off a topic.
my way out of that. No.
You did, success,
I
until you brought it up yourself.
distracted
But you
John.
but
I
but but you're
distracted him enough.
but you're right back in it because you asked another question.
So what we were saying no, you never answered my question. Like, if I'm sleeping and I'm not speaking,
Well, I mean,
he
it's
can't argue.
I
So
didn't
that
say that. I know
head
that
is
you're answering the question. No, I never said that.
oh, okay. What would you say in that situation?
I would say we just keep on arguing with the whatever last point that you guys
Over and
discussed.
over and over again
Sure,
without me
why not?
responding. Okay.
I mean, well, yes, as always. That's what I'm
Now
saying in the
what if
question.
I said something that you couldn't well, I guess you could argue anything, but if I my last statement so I can get a night of sleep
Yeah.
without this head talking to me all night long, arguing with trying to think, there's gotta be something. Oh, um, extra head, you are absolutely correct. And I would go to sleep. Now that thing has
Oh,
to
that's
argue
interesting.
that thing would have to argue with me saying that they're wrong. So then I would wake up to that and say, "Exactly.
Right. And he would say, "Well, not exactly, and here's why."
You just I'm just gonna change my entire
Maybe.
position, and I argued all night long while you slept.
Maybe in part. I'm telling you. There's always a question and there's always an argument. That's the point.
But he's right.
All right. So, all right, Brian, do you remember? Do you remember?
So I never answered your question again, John. You know that, right? You realize that? Like, what are you,
I
ADHD?
don't care.
What?
My
There's
point
something
is,
there's something really you ask a question. What kind of reporter just says, "Well, okay, I'm gonna ask this question, not get an answer,
I'm a
but I'm
reporter.
gonna ask a second
I'm a
question."
reporter now.
Well, I don't know, anything. Podcaster.
No, just a couple of guys having a stupid conversation.
So we're having a stupid conversation on John's podcast where he asks questions that you don't have to answer.
Brian, somebody else I might care about the answer. But I see no reason to care about whatever comes out.
Does anybody? Let's make a poll. Like, who is interested in that question's answer?
Yes, yes, okay.
Because John never got one.
So, Brian,
That was my second question.
if all right, would you flip a coin?
Yes.